MC here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys 10 awesome tips and tricks that are going to help you to become a better Minecraft pro. Now if you do enjoy these tips and tricks, don't forget to leave a like on the video and don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me what you did enjoy. And also, if I did miss out a tip or trick that you guys felt that you had a better one, just be sure to leave it in the comment section. Without further ado, let's get into today's video.
So many pieces all back together now. What's your vision?
So as you guys can see, I am here in my lovely creative world. Now the first one I'm going to show you guys is something that I feel is really cool. Now it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it does make sense, but nonetheless guys, it is really cool. So we all know that ladders work in, the pretty standard fashion, guys. We all know that, you put a ladder on a block and then you go up like that. It's pretty simple to use. However, one thing that most people don't realize is that you can use ladders in sort of an odd way, which I'll show you that right now. So for example, if I wanted to do this design right here, this would work completely. Now even if I destroyed these blocks right here as well, I'll just show you guys just so that those other blocks don't make a difference. I could actually go up and complete my journey without having to have any other blocks in between. So the fact is that laptops, ladders actually don't need to all be on one block. You can have two on one side and then you can go up the centerpiece just like that, and then it works just as well as. I'm not ever sure where you'd want to use this. I'm actually not sure where you want to use this, but it's still a useful tip / trick if you are trying to use this in maybe your survival world. Maybe you just want a design, or maybe if you've got some sort of redstone that you need to be placing along these blocks, and maybe it's just really useful for you. I mean, there's millions of stuff you guys can create in Minecraft. I'm pretty sure you guys will find a way to use that in your world. So as I was saying guys, before I was rudely interrupted, the second tip I have for you guys is something that includes building. Now this one is actually really cool because this is something that I just recently found out, which would have actually helped me a lot of the time, and this is going to really help you out if you are a survival player and you are in your survival world a lot. So basically guys, you can use this with a bunch of blocks, guys, a bunch of blocks. So let's say for example we had a 6-block area and I only had let's say I had only 3 wooden blocks, guys, and because I'm obviously in creative, the blocks doesn't go down. But let's say I was just in survival and I only had 3 blocks to place down, and let's just say I've placed down all my 3 blocks there. What I could have actually done, guys, instead of let me actually just show you guys this better. So I'm just gonna do the 6 blocks over here, and I'm going to show you 6 blocks over here, guys, just to show you. So let's say I'm in survival now, and I placed down 3 blocks. As you guys can see, I still need to finish my floor, and I've used up all my blocks, so I'm gonna have to go and get some more. This is what you shouldn't do, guys. This is actually a big mistake, because there's something that you can actually do which you can prevent this. So I'm gonna show you guys that quickly. If I actually get my 3 blocks, and if I go back into survival, guys, what you can actually do, which is gonna be much easier and much straightforward, is you can actually just use your wood and actually create 6 slabs. And when you've got the 6 slabs, you can actually fill in the entire area, and it is no difference whatsoever. I mean, of course it's slabs, but it's pretty much no difference whatsoever. And of course you have to get less wood for the flooring, and I feel like this is something that most people just underestimate, on something that they just forget about. So yeah, just make sure whenever you're doing your flooring, guys, in your survival worlds, don't always use full blocks. Make sure to use half slabs, because it lets your blocks go a long way, and you don't have to mine the extra time. You don't have to mine down the extra tree. It's going to be double your entire wood supply for your floors, which is actually really efficient when it comes to going into survival, because we know that resources are the most and best thing that we need to have in our world. Now the second one that I have for you guys is a really cool one. This is something that I'm not sure I personally use this. In fact, I probably would use this if I did something up survival world again, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of people use this, but I just never realized how cool this was. So this one is something to do with chests and water, guys. You can probably already tell what this is. If not, well, just continue watching. So as you guys can see, we've got our chest over here. Let me just grab a normal block over there. Any normal block will do. And let's say for example you had a really large room, and you wanted to have chests stacked up very high. Now this is a really cool design, I feel like. And let's just say you had a really high chest room, and this is what you had. One way which is really cool, and let's say for example you couldn't reach, well actually you can reach this, which is actually kind of weird. So let's just say for the video's sake that it was much higher than this. What you could actually do, guys, which would actually be so much cooler, is that you could actually, and I hopefully this works, because if this doesn't work, you could actually place water down, guys. And what most people don't realize about water is that if you go right here and you hold upwards, guys, you can actually flow all the way up to the top and actually access the chest. So you could potentially create a huge chest tower, guys. And if you just come to the side and you use the water just to prove that this is in survival, if we go all the way up here, as you guys can see, we can get all the way to the top, and it's just a really cool way of accessing your chest. You can do this all the way to the sky, guys, and I probably would create something like this. Just make sure when you're going down you do use the water as well, because if you don't, you probably will die depending on the height. But yeah, it's just something that is really cool, and maybe you'll probably use this design if you feel like you want to use it as well. So something that is also really cool, and something that is kind of weird when you come to look at it in terms of parkour and stuff like that, is that you can walk over certain blocks without actually falling down. I'll show you guys what I mean right here. So let's say, for example, you created a parkour map, or you just trying to get around in your survival world. Well, something that is really weird is that you can actually walk across the edge of these diagonal blocks without falling down. Now you guys may be thinking, well, DrizzMC, that's not an actual tip, that's just common sense. But let me explain. So if I just illustrated it like this, to where, let's say you're on a ledge like this, and these blocks are 2 blocks high, as you guys can see there, 2 blocks high, and you think that, well, I'm kind of stuck here, I'm not able to move. You can actually walk across this thin ledge right here if you guys know how to do it properly. So you just have to be kind of careful, guys. You just have to move your controller or whatever button to the left, and as you guys can see that you can walk across. Now you shouldn't be able to walk across because of course there's that huge gap right there, but I don't know if it's a bug, I don't know if it's just a feature, but you're technically allowed to walk across. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird, guys. I just feel like it's kind of weird feature, and I'll show you guys why it's kind of weird. Because if you look at my player right now, I'm literally standing on nothing. Like you can see there's a huge gap right there, and yet I'm somehow not dropped. And you guys can see I'm in survival, and yet if you guys look very carefully, there's like I'm on nothing, guys. I'm just floating in my survival world, which is a really cool tip that I feel like most people generally tend to miss. So the next tip slash trick I have for you guys, also one is actually not a tip slash trick. This is something that is relatively, it's a weird like fact, I guess you could say. It's just kind of cool, and this is something that I feel like is really cool, and you like, I don't know, you can impress your friends with this one. Something that most people don't realize about the flower pot is that the inside texture of this flower pot is actually the same texture as dirt. Now of course a flower pot has dirt in it because it's like the mud that the flower's going to be sitting in, but if we look at this, guys, and if we look at that, I'm going to show you guys quickly. So if we place a flower pot on there, this texture right here is the same as this texture right here, and if you can't see it, guys, I'll just quickly destroy it and replace it. In fact, I did it wrong there. So if I just do that, guys, you can see that it is the same middle texture, guys, the exact same middle texture, which is just, I don't know, guys, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird the way they map the textures onto the blocks, but it's just something that is really cool. So now we are going to be doing onto our next tip slash trick, guys. This is something that is another really cool one, and I do apologize for the clicking there, just need to get some stuff off my screen. So next tip slash trick, guys, is something that you can hide lighting with, and this is one that most people don't really use him, because anytime I join people's survival worlds, I never see this feature in their worlds anyways. So this one is going to be for, I guess, people with more advanced survival worlds, I guess you could say. This one is something to do with armor stands. Now perhaps if you want to hide your lighting, what you as I was saying, guys, I did just figure out what I was doing wrong. So as I was saying, guys, you can use this cool feature for lighting in your survival house. So let's say you have an armor stand in your house and you want to hide some awesome lighting. What you could actually do, guys, would actually be really cool, is let's see you're in your survival house and we've got our little house over here, guys. Let's just say we've got a little house. Okay, that's not too small, but let's say we just got a little house over here. What we could do, guys, is let's say we've got our we want to have our armor stand over here, but we also want some light because this area is a bit dark. We just place our torch right there, then above that we could place our armor stand so it drops down onto it. Then we put some boots and some legs and some chest and a hat on, and then if I were to switch to the nighttime, you guys should be able to see that the armor stand, it kind of lights up, and it's kind of weird. It just hides it just completely hides the light, and it's just something that is really cool, because most people in survival worlds don't just want to put a torch on because they don't look too nice. But as you guys can see, since it's yellow as well, the armor just looks like it's actually kind of shining, which is actually a really neat feature. Just make sure you place the armor stand one above so it drops down onto it, because if it doesn't drop onto it, I'll show you guys if I just try to place it there, and if I try to place it, I'm pressing RT, I'll just, as you guys can hear that, yeah, it's not really working. So as you guys can see, that is another cool tip for your survival world, which is really cool, and it's going to help you stand out, because most people are like, wait, how is this glowing? Like, where's the light coming from? And people are going to be very confused. But when you're subscribed to me, you get all the tips and tricks. So we've got another tip/trick, which is, I guess, maybe for creative, maybe for, I'm not really sure, but it's a really cool tip and trick. So what we've got here is something called, it's just, I don't know guys, I recently found this out, but I think it's really cool. So we've got potions of healing and potions of harming. Now if we go to nighttime, because this is when it's gonna be some mobs are up, this is something to do with mobs. One weird interaction that I don't know guys, I just don't understand why this is that if you have zombies and skeletons, potions of healing will actually damage these mobs, guys. As you guys can see there, potions of healing, which heals normal players, actually damage mobs. This is kind of weird. And potions of harming actually heal them, which is, I don't know guys, it's just kind of weird. Potions of harming heal them, and potions of healing harm them. It's just kind of weird guys. It's just a weird tip/trick. So maybe if you like you're trying to create like a mini game or something, and if you want to kill all the mobs in one area, or maybe if you got some potions and you want to kill some mobs, just make sure that you use the splash potion of healing to kill them, and not the splash potion of harming, because if you're using the harming potion, they're actually gonna get healed instead of damage. So that's a quick tip there for you guys. Yeah, so just make sure that you don't do that. So the last tip I have for you guys is something that I find, it's the oldest trick in the book, guys. It's the oldest trick in the book. It's so old that most people have technically forgotten it. So for this one, we are going to switch back to daytime. In fact, no, we're going to stay to nighttime, because this is actually going to look a lot better with the nighttime. We're going to get, as I was saying guys, for some reason I can't find the original arrow, and I don't want to mess this up. So yeah, for some reason that I can't find the original arrow, so I'm probably just going to search for the arrow anyway. So we need a dispenser for this one, guys, and if we can find the dispenser, it should be in redstone. So we're going to get ourselves a dispenser, guys. And we're going to get ourselves a lever, then we're going to get ourselves some lava, so the buckets are here, and then we're going to get ourselves any arrow, any old arrow will do. This is just something that's really cool anyways. And then I'm going to show you guys this cool trick. So let's say for example you had a dispenser set up, a dispenser awesome trap, and let's say you wanted to make that trap just a bit more vicious. So as you guys can see, it fires out the arrows with some potion effects. Just forget about that potion effect. I honestly can't seem to find the original arrow. That's why I honestly don't know where it is. Maybe looking back at the video, okay, there it is. Just okay, I've lost it again, but I'm gonna go get it again. So let me just take these arrow out, just so you guys think I'm not like modding anything or messing about. So yeah, as you guys can see, normal arrow, standard arrow with no potion effects. Well, I'm not sure why it has potion effects on it. I think it's still the old one. But yeah, like I said guys, what we're going to be doing guys is something that is going to add the one effect to the arrow without actually having to add the effect. If you guys see, if I just place lava over the dispenser, guys, we actually get a special type of arrow, which is actually really cool. So if our lava, guys, if we just make sure, guys, I'm just trying to make sure that this lava doesn't flow elsewhere, because if the lava flows elsewhere, guys, you are going to be in a bit of trouble. So just make sure you place the lava right above the top. Then when it drops, it should go down actually, and there we go. So as you guys can see now, when I shoot this out, as you guys can see, the lava is on fire. Now what's even more amazing about this, guys, is that these actually do set mobs on fire, which is really cool, because if you ever want to let's actually just put some chickens here. Just put some chickens, and then as you guys can see, I'm just gonna fire this off, and then the chicken is on fire, guys. So as you guys can see there, if you want to make like an automated farm, you just put some lava over the dispenser, fire the arrows away, maybe set up like an automatic thing, and then you can set them on fire without having to get any special arrows which set them on fire normally. So and that's going to be it for today's tips and tricks, guys. There's so many more tips and tricks that I have for you guys. Literally so many more tips and tricks, guys. You don't even know the half of it. But yeah, guys, if you do enjoy this video, do not forget to leave a like. Do not forget to share the video with your friends, so you can help make yourself a Minecraft pro and not be a Minecraft noob anymore. Because a lot of these tips and tricks just make you feel like a Minecraft pro, because so much tips and tricks, and there's so many more that you guys cannot know about. So pretty much what I was saying here, guys, is if you ever want to create a normal ender portal, is all you need to do is just make sure that you're facing inwards. Make sure that you create the ender portal from the middle way. If you do anything else, guys, the ender portal won't simply work. So make sure you create the ender portal from the inside, like you're standing on the inside and you're placing 3 blocks out, and then you just add the other ender portals. If you try to place the ender pearl, the other things, the like ender frames, any other way, like if you're just standing normally, it won't work. So you just make sure you're standing on the inside and you place all of them and you go around properly like I show you here. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below telling me your favorite tip/trick. It's been Drewsmc, and until next time, I'll see you all on my next video.